Well, this is Sketchman Boris, and
this is Jaygrapher.
Okay, thanks for doing this, Jay. So today we're going to look at a book that you brought in, so called Frazetta Warriors, right?
Yes, I got this book from a Kickstarter I saw, and from my university years. He was a very renowned artist that I also admired, and I knew I just had to get this book.
Awesome. So no, it's great that you support. I keep saying this, but it's great that you support artists by buying the books, especially it's such a great artist like Frank Frazetta. Frank Frazetta has been hugely influential, and I think they've covered it in the book. Right? There are several artists that come in and give their take on his art.
Yeah.
Should we start?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's take a look inside.
Okay.
So that's the man himself.
I love when they do this, when they take a small picture and kind of amplify it. But
it's more artistic than just showing a small square image on the side.
Exactly. They used to do that and waste all that space. But I love this. All right.
And then I guess this is one of his quotes, good or bad. The one thing that I can say about art is, if I can quote Sinatra, I did it my way.
Yeah,
and
that's why he's so recognizable and kind of worshipped by artists all over the world, including Simon Bisley. Simon Bisley, he's also one of my favorites. He's known for these huge paint, and he's done a lot of comic book covers. He's known for designing logo for those who not designing, but actually he kind of made logo popular.
And when did you discover this artist?
So actually, Frank Frazetta, I discovered from other artists talking about him, and then he was everybody mentions one person, and then you are curious, who's that artist that everybody gives that, and then you just discover, and I guess when you see his painting, it's almost you feel like you've already seen it in your dreams in a way, because he's using such iconic imagery.
And so many people reference his composition too.
I think it's almost when something has his handprints on everything. For example, I was thinking about this the other day, and I forgot the
artist of Berserk. Maybe, at least for me, the artist of Berserk is very popular and inspires so many artists.
Mura.
Mura.
Mm-hmm. So, of course, he also famously did the first poster for Star Wars. You see Joe Jusko here.
Yes.
And his granddaughter, Sarah Frazetta, is actually very active on social media. She's promoting. That's probably where you discovered the book.
Yes.
Yeah.
So here, this is more what looks to be a rough.
Yes.
Maybe a study, perhaps.
Yeah, that's a study, and then just the actual.
And this is a final version.
Yeah. So of course, there's the Conan, I think in Conan the movie they actually try to do this scene in a way, but not so iconic as this one. There's something about because that's why he also made comics because he started in comics, and so he has this very comic book energy to him where it feels like the image is moving, but it's still there's this perpetual movement.
Yes.
Yeah. This is Death Stealer is the most famous painting.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
One of the first paintings I saw.
I think there are entire stories and comic books just based on this one painting.
So people took inspiration of this one art painting and made their whole new stories from it?
Yeah.
Wow.
So this is Death Stealer.
What's interesting here...
Go.
No, what's interesting here is the attention to details where it matters, and then on the ground he sort of seems to leave it a little bit more abstract for people to focus the eye on what's most important.
Maybe I'm mistaken because each time I see this painting I see something different, but I thought there were some skulls here, but I don't see them anymore.
Yeah, it does seem like these are supposed to be skulls, but then they use this version for the book.
I guess. This is awesome. And I think with Frazetta, there's always this triangle shape. You know where to immediately look. For example, you can see he kind of separated it for you, so your eye immediately goes here.
Yeah, because it's like he didn't need to create this kind of landscape, but because some people might just do a flat ground. But he created another fantastic landscape where this seems like a cliff. And then there's like another vignette around here. Like for me as a photographer, this is would be a vignette, and it's also circular. And from
I think it's the beauty, right? And the beauty in the shapes, the big shapes that he creates. Like it's so cool. Again, that movement, the dynamic. So actually, we were discussing about a lot of things now, and you were asking what is it about artists that, where when they don't draw dynamic figures, I think they should study Frazetta. Even like a still figure here, like just standing there, there's so much energy. This is so cool. Actually, like sometimes, like
is this part of the Conan
whenever
series?
You see, I don't know if this is actually Conan, but I think he just created these characters that are. I don't know the name of these. The Barbarian, This must be the Barbarian, but I don't know if it's a Conan the Barbarian.
Yeah, I feel like I don't think this is Conan himself, but someone.
Just some barbarian.
Some barbarian.
This is so awesome.
Amazing.
This is a berserker.
Something that I heard a while ago that someone was talking about his artwork is that he's able to capture the movement in between two actions. So this is before the jump, and then this is after the jump, but before the landing. So it's like in the middle of a movement.
That's really good. And again, you have that triangle composition there, and actually, I mean, this is the perfect illustration of that.
Perfect triangle, exactly.
And like you said, he, because this is the what we want to pay attention, and the rest, you can kind of, your mind fills out the details, the gaps.
Yes.
Okay. Wow, this one is also really
another very famous. I'm starting to notice that he likes to use a lot of high lighting, so the light comes from straight above. This one is also lighting straight from above for shadows to be on the opposite end. And I don't know.
You can see there are a lot of He-Man it looks like it's inspired from this.
Yes.
Sorry, go ahead. Yeah.
No, I'm just sort of thinking now that people would take photography lighting as inspiration, and in photography they'll say, light from this angle, and then do a back rim lighting on the opposite angle. And now that I'm seeing this book, I think people are forgetting to just light from above.
No, I think it's basically because when you do light from above, you get that shadow of the eyebrow over the, for example, the Godfather famously, it was lit from above, so when you see Marlon Brando, you don't see his eyes.
Yes.
Right? It's there's this interesting. So I love this.
Another triangle
this thing going kind of. So there is again there's beauty in the contrast. This is kind of, you feel like it's going this way.
Yes.
And then it's going in the opposite direction. So it's almost like there's a cross.
Right.
So of course, these beautiful women are also well known for his painting, and always draws really. Back is so difficult to draw because
there's so much muscles.
Yeah. This is Beauty and the Beast.
What kind of paint does he use?
This is oil.
Oil.
Must be oil. And actually, he has done two really beautiful watercolors. And famously, he would use the cheapest watercolor.
Oh, okay.
That you can find in the cheapest shops. That's another thing. Is now people obsess over what is the watercolor? What brand do you use? Anyway,
they think they need the best brand.
You need to start with whatever you have.
Just the fundamentals.
Oh, so these are poster book, right? So you can actually take these out and put them.
Oh yeah.
No, but it's good. You keep them in the book. That's
Yeah, I'm
good.
keeping it. I have a few sort of maybe upcoming books
Yeah.
to review, and I'm starting to see the sort of poster style where it's terrible if you want to
That's
frame it up.
Again, same here, right? Like our eye immediately goes here. There's also like the Frank Cho in his book, How to Draw Beautiful Women. He's also a painter, and he talks about like you need to have the warm and cool. So if it's cool background, warm foreground, and then or vice versa, so that you have that depth, and you can clearly see the depth like there. Okay, so this one is the dormitory. Okay. Oh yeah, that's awesome. So in the beginning, when I saw this, I thought there was, I don't know if I'm remembering wrong. I thought maybe there were like more of the city in the background, but actually no.
It might be a bit different, like landscape image that he drew.
Yeah.
And this is for
this is why like reading, like looking at things online is so deceiving, because you get different versions or edited versions that you don't realize they're edited.
Yeah, different
And then it ends
photographers.
up changing the way the painting actually looks.
They do their own color grading on top,
Yeah.
changing the context.
Look at this is, I mean, it looks like he just put in more details on this one than in any other painting.
The sails, just a lot of textures on it. And just very cool, like ocean waves, reflection, highlights.
It's just, and also like it's almost like all brown, but for some reason it works. Because if someone tries to do this, like it will look flat because it's all brown.
Yeah.
But he's somehow like even like he's able to create depth in that.
Isn't the tonalities like if I were to like set it into black and white, we'll see like a good transition between highlight
that's a really
into
good
shadow.
test to see. Actually, even when you're working on your own page, values is everything. Like colors don't even matter. Like you can just put whatever color you want.
Yes.
Because well, the background shouldn't actually be yellow or yellowish or orange, but it works because it's in the values that he's going for. That's why the studies are important. Let's join that. This is almost like a Renaissance painting.
Yeah.
It's actually like
Old Roman.
I mean, I think there is also rumor that he might have actually referenced himself because he was pretty jacked. No, really, like he was one of those artists who was like really active. He loved playing baseball, and he was actually like really muscular. Actually, like, he would use. I think maybe there are pictures in this book, but yeah. So,
but he's not one of the artists that actually paints himself into the portraits. Just reference like his body poses.
Actually, I think the reason because someone was talking that this figure might be him. Actually.
Oh.
Okay, cool. Again, another death dealer.
Has a great contrast to it. As a photographer, it's like I just love the contrast in the image and portrait.
Yes. Like, because you see, like, because his eyes are red, there's a red reflected on the armor, on the face, on the mask. Right?
Yeah.
So cool.
Like the eyes are glowing, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, there are so many. I think he did so many paintings that it's so difficult to, I think, fit all of them in one book.
Yeah.
I kind of like the fact that, like, because I was in the beginning. Okay, first of all, I think because they left it this white. Now I understand why they left one side white, because these are posters that you can tear. But also I like it because you focus on one.
Yes, the layout of the book allows you to just focus on the next page that you're about to turn.
Yeah. I was just like kind of like for a moment there I was like, wait, what? How is he like? But now I understand what the face is.
Just unique characters. They all look so unique.
Oh my god, this is so beautiful. For the first time, I feel like for the first time we see some greens. Everything is like this
Barren.
and like that.
Everything is dead, including the plants.
So this is good. Oh, again, like that, posture.
The muscle definition.
Yeah.
It's like this guy's forever flexing his triceps. And he doesn't even...
He does like subtle things where you're like, it makes you wonder, like, wait, there are tiny... Is he a giant? Or like, look, that's actually a snake.
Yes.
Right? Because you see scales. Like, I've never noticed, like, your eye immediately goes here, but then you take some time there. And then he's telling a story. Because actually, that's also another thing. Whenever you make the character look outside of the frame instead of just straight at you, it just makes the world a little bit bigger because you're wondering, like, what is he looking at? What is the story behind?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see. Green Death. Yeah. Yes, of course, the signature is iconic. This is also a famous one, dude. Yeah, look at it. It's almost like action lines in comic books.
Yeah, this one feels like a little bit more action. Like a few of the other paintings is more like freeze frame.
Yeah.
But this one feels even more movement thanks to like even the cape feels like a little bit blurred out because it's like flapping and moving.
It's almost like what you call motion blur.
Yeah, motion blur. Yeah. The cape is motion blur, whatever, the hand being torn off is motion blur, but his sort of weapon is still.
Yeah. So cool. Again, building that tension of like...
Even the animals have so much like emotion and expression.
And you can tell like I don't know if he's actually looking at references, but at this point he doesn't need references maybe. Like he's just making up stuff, but it just looks so real. And again, it's not in the lighting. The moment you light it with values in a realistic way, it makes it look realistic.
Yes.
Like look that shield has so much like depth. I think these are for like probably the covers, and I think he knows that maybe they will be cropped for the cover, so maybe he's like that's why like he's not putting too much effort into.
Yeah, I have to leave room for when they cut the pages for print. But this is a very unique monster. It's not like quite a dragon.
It's like a fish head.
Yeah, it looks like
like a fish head, and with like almost like a dog body.
Dog body.
Very cool. Even this, I feel like there's so much movement. It almost feels like a screenshot from like a movie. Like have you seen the Fire and Ice, the animated movie that Bakshi animated?
Yeah, yes.
I like it, but I know that's because you cannot animate all these details, but you have a simplified line, like flat color version of that.
Yes.
Because back then that was already. So the Ralph Bakshi, he also animated Lord of the Rings. They use a lot of rotoscoping, which is like they film people moving and they will draw over them. So the movements actually, you should check it out. It's a really interesting. They came up with a story of, what it could be. This is interesting, because
this one is a wider scene compared to some of the other ones.
Because I don't know if it's I kind of like this one doesn't even like because he's drawing like this.
That's the Earth. That's the Earth with America.
Exactly. Like maybe it was a specific commission. For like an ad or something, because he wouldn't draw like this. He would,
Well, it's Moon Rider, so would this be the moon, but in a more like fantastic kind of way?
Maybe was specifically commissioned for something. Yeah. But I love the color of the setting sun.
He made use of the landscape to add to that composition. The clouds are all facing. For the night.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's like your eye goes here, and then you go like this.
Oh, the landscape is just leading you to the night.
It's okay. It's a vertical one now. This one I didn't know. Like I haven't seen before.
I've never seen this one either. This is almost a continuation of the previous scene, like after the fight. Though the weapons might be different. The previous images he seems to be using a bow.
Like, yeah, that's why like he kind of reuses the characters, and I think that's why like I think that's also something maybe he gets from comics, where it's like he's trying to do world building, but without actually explaining. We kind of make up the stories. Oh, this one is so famous.
Yeah, this one's very famous.
Yeah, Silver Warrior.
We just use polar
Even
bears.
the polar bears are muscular.
They need to be to pull his chariot on ice.
Oh.
It's cool that it's like there's so much fog,
Yeah.
just so that we look at the character,
Yeah.
and then above the fog, then it's the mountains,
Yeah.
which is the white mountains that help frame his dark helmet as well. So all the
So,
backgrounds
yeah.
is used to frame the character.
But here, I don't know. It looks like the hair is going over the sword. If because my thing would be like, oh, let the sword be on the front and the hair on the back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm curious about that too. If there's like a story to it.
It's like you. Oh my god, this is also famous. The Destroyer. So. You look at all these like beautiful art. You just want to go back and draw and like. Well, this is so cool.
Yeah, use it as reference for like anatomy studies,
Yeah.
how to light the muscles.
Is a Kickstarter like I'm sure like and I was just commenting that this is so odd. Like I've never seen this painting before, and it's like it's almost like so unlike him.
Yeah,
I mean,
the monsters are not quite like him from the previous
it looks
ones.
Like he was kind of not putting in that much effort on this one.
It feels a little unfinished, and I'm not sure either why they picked this art piece. There must be like a reason for it, obviously, but he did obviously a lot of work on the main knight, but there's such a contrast between the style in the rest of the painting that it seems like he doesn't belong in there.
Yeah. And actually, in a way, like their skin tone and his, it's almost like, is he part of one of them? It's almost like,
Yeah, it has the same skin tone too. He might be actually sorry.
The covering.
Like he might be with them because they are all trying to fight this octopus. So it's not. So they're not fighting him.
Maybe.
He's like protecting them from the octopus.
You're right. Because in the beginning I thought like, okay, like are they looking?
Yeah, initially it's like, oh no, they're gonna stab him in the back, but actually they're afraid of the octopus.
Yeah, this is also actually this one. The fire, like this is actually like maybe the most famous one, and they made it like Fire and Ice, the animated movie, is basically kind of an entire movie based on one image. So this girl is in it, this guy is the main, this guy is the character.
When they make a whole story based on an image, did they have to like pay license or like ask? Or
I don't know how this worked. I need to look into that, but I think Frank Frazetta kind of co-wrote, or maybe he was the executive producer, maybe on the movie.
Because they didn't use the characters in the image. It's just like an inspiration.
I'll show you the images, but they're kind of heavily. I mean, of course they had to change a few things in their face, but these are the characters. This one also, like, I don't know, it looks maybe it came right after Arnold Schwarzenegger's Conan, because I don't know, his face kind of looks like
Arnold a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. Okay, so there are some interviews, some people, and of course Bill Sienkiewicz is one of the best painters, in my opinion. They're kind of coming in and giving their thoughts on his art. So there's a filmmaker, some painters, of course, who work, on comics. A lot of people are inspired, to work on covers. And then another. painter. Jesse Kowalski. I've never heard of Jesse Kowalski. Okay. And then some interviews and some more about the painter, the artist. Liam Sharp, yeah, of course, I know Liam Sharp is also a comic book guy. But yeah, thank you so much, Jay, for bringing in the... Knowing what to take out and what to leave in is what separates the men from the boys. Okay,
that's also a very great quote.
Because sometimes we get like, when you're especially starting, you want to... Well, let's just leave it like this for the ending. Anything to add before we end it?
Yeah, so I'm jaygrapher.
So go. We can put your link there. So
but basically, I try to share like my art book collection.
That's good.
It's still like an unhealthy obsession to collect, but I love to share art, and I try to do my.
You're supporting artists. Don't.
And I try to sort of do my own sort of like art drawing and developing like landscape photographer.
Nice.
And for you, Boris, what do you do?
I make comics and I have an art magazine, Big Again Zine. Well, you'll be watching this. I think we can post it on both of our accounts so that people know and discover each other. But like, thank you so much for watching, and like, share, and subscribe, and follow Jay, follow me on Sketchman Boris.
Yeah.
And I think that's it. We can sign off. So thank you guys for watching.
Thank you, and I'll see you next time.
Okay.